Hey everybody, I'm Telesplash, and today, we're gonna get edgy. So yeah, I've kind of been gone from the internet for like, 3 weeks, yeah. Let's try to forget about that. Remember that whole upload every week thing? Neither do I. But in all seriousness, I'm back, and we've hit 800 subscribers while I was gone. So, yay! Thank you to all the new people and old who have stuck with me over the last year. Because of this, I thought this could be a good time to try something new. And I'm not talking about hidden blocks or whatever this garbage idea was. I mean something completely original to me that I haven't seen done anywhere else, and that I find pretty cool. Today we're going to be looking at my personal favorite moments of a side character that people like but never really talk about. And no matter how you put it, they're often overshadowed. Anyways, on this episode of Player to Select, we'll be fighting Dark Link or Shadow Link. So, Shadow Link has never really had a personality other than the version of him in the Four Swords manga, which makes me feel a bit bad for him. I won't spoil anything major for you, but like in the games, he dies. A lot. Other than that, he's kinda just a carbon copy of Link, but I think what makes people like him are his fights. I mean, that's literally the only game element he has either way, so, I mean, what else can you like? The fan art? Yeah, I think we'll stick with his fights. One of my favorite fights of his has to be the Link to the Past Four Swords Adventure version. Since I couldn't get the event allowing you to enter the Palace of the Four Swords to trigger on my emulator, I'll have to use footage from Zeldapedia. Fair use is cool, isn't it? That aside, the fight itself takes place in a room with the Four Swords, and you go through 4 versions of Dark Link. When you beat one, you go to the next, each getting progressively more difficult because they learn a new attack as well as use every other one from the previous version. I personally think this is one of the best because it's different than the others. It's not just a shadow version of Link swinging his sword to match yours, it's a whole combination of things you've learned throughout the game being used against you, little by little getting more difficult. And they even have little colored Link tunics. They're different. Probably. They even die differently, see? While it might just be included to tie the game into the included Four Swords remake, I still think this Dark Link fight is one of the best out there. The next fight is in Ocarina of Time. This Dark Link is another one of my favorites for a different reason. He's probably the most annoying one if you're using your sword like me. What the fight consists of is that every time you try to attack with a sword, he meets the attack as soon as you press the button. Why do we even like this one, you may be asking? Well, it's because you're quite literally fighting against yourself, your own inputs. So yes, it's annoying, but it's also true to what Dark Link fights are supposed to stand for. But if you're anything like me, beating this mini-boss with only a sword is simple if you do one thing. Mash attack.
Happy feet! One more combo! That ain't Falco!
See ya! Like I said, easy. You know you're good when you can BM an AI. Keep spamming Shield Link. The last fight I'll be doing for this video is probably my favorite. Dark Link from Spirit Tracks. So I'm a little bit biased for this one because Spirit Tracks was my first Zelda game, but I do have a very good reason as to why I like this fight, both from gameplay and story perspectives. So let's start off with the fight itself. In my opinion, it's kind of like a combination of the last ones, but enhanced a bit. So this Shadow Link doesn't read and copy your inputs, thank god, but it is intelligent enough to shield when you attack, and it even knows how to use the one attack that I think everybody spams to clear dungeons. This one. But if you thought that was it, then you're mistaken, because this Shadow Link also uses items at randoms like bombs, and it even has a pretty good aim with the bow. Seriously, look at that, it's like a centimeter away before I dodge it, and I didn't even notice this touch until after I watched my recordings, but he also gets more transparent each time he's hit, which is pretty cool. I don't know, it's a nice touch. Unlike the others, this Link really feels like the player in my opinion, throwing out random attacks with almost a strategy until something works, kind of like the Shovel Knight fight against Shovel Knight, which I'll get into in another video. And while that's it for the complexity of this fight, his story importance goes a little bit deeper than the others than just being a copy of Link. So it's time for a mini Zelda theory. You may or may not know this, but Spirit Tracks takes place almost 100 years after Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass, so every character from it is pretty much dead except for Nico, who somehow managed to outlive everyone. You even see some descendants of the other characters later in the game, like Linebit III, who has a freaking rad hat. What I'm saying by this is that the original Link is probably dead. And this is where the theory kicks in place. You'll notice that the theme that plays when you fight the Shadow Link is the Ghost Ship fight from Phantom Hourglass. The Ghost Ship theme plays when you fight a Dark Link that turns transparent and doesn't die when you defeat him. This leads myself and other fans to speculate that this Dark Link isn't just a shadow, but it's the ghost of the previous Link from the Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass testing the player, which in my opinion makes the fight a whole lot more epic. Either way, that's why this fight from Spirit Tracks is probably my favorite moment from Dark Link in the series. And that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I mean, this is a new concept that I hope to grow and stick with, so feedback is always appreciated in the comments. But that aside, if you did like the video, don't forget to drop a like down below or leave a comment and suggest a next side character for the series. And as always, if you're new, don't forget to smash that squishy red subscribe button and enable notifications. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.